Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. In today's video I'm going to be showing you how to give your horse a thorough groom.
And I'm going to be showing you how to tack up your horse using a saddle, bridle, and there's an extra bonus, a breastplate and Martingale. We hope you enjoy.
I'm Megan and I'm going to use my horse here Arrow to demonstrate a full body groom on your horse.
Hi, I'm Alex and I'm using my horse magic to demonstrate how to tack up a horse for anyone who doesn't know.
Here are the items you'll need to give your horse a full body groom. You'll need a hoof pick, a hoof brush, a curry comb, a dandy brush, either will work, a soft body brush, a mane comb, again either will work, a sweat scraper, horse shampoo, conditioner, a sponge, and lastly, a bucket. Firstly, I'm going to use this curry comb. I'm going to do it in a circular motion to loosen up all the dirt so I can then brush it off. Next, I'm going to use this dandy brush to flick off all the dirt that we've just loosened up. If you don't have one like this one works just as well. For the tail, I'm just going to brush the top of it, as if I were to do it properly I need to give it a full wash and then use mane and tail and then brush it out properly, but it's a bit too cold today for a full wash, so we're just going to keep going. Now for the mane, I'm going to use this mane brush and this one. You can use either, they work just as well. And then for the finishing touch I'm going to use some mane and tail to get it detangled, silky and smooth. And now for the mane and tail. And now the body brush again for the legs and feet. Now for the hooves. I would recommend using a hose, but I'm going to show you guys what you can do if you don't have a hose. You're going to need a hoof brush and a bucket of clean water. And you're just gonna wipe all the mud off. Be sure to get up near the fur because that's where all the mud tends to be. Demonstrate how to pick out a horse's hooves. I'm using a hoof pick like this because it has bristles and I think it's a lot better because you can brush out the dirt rather than the normal hoof pick without one. Alright, you're going to run your hand down along the horse's leg like so and just pull a tiny bit on the fetlock and then pick up the hoof. Now you're going to scrape away from you and avoid this triangle here. It's called a frog. Avoid this because it's very sensitive and it could hurt the horse. And now I'm just going to use the brush and brush out. And I'm just going to brush the frog. And there you go. For beginners, I wouldn't recommend doing hind feet, especially if you don't know the horse, as he could kick you. So if you're a beginner and you don't know the horse, just stick to pricking out the front feet. short wash on that area. I'm not going to do a full wash because it's winter and it's a bit too cold, but here's what you would do if he has a stain. You'll need a clean bucket of water, sponge, sweat scraper and some shampoo. What you're going to do is going to wet your sponge, thoroughly wet the area, really wet it. And you can see the stain has already started to come off. But if it's stuck in, squeeze some shampoo on your sponge, rub it together so there's bubbles, and then you put it on. But I'm not going to do that since it's already come out. And lastly, you just scrape down the area with the sweat scraper to get all the water off the skin. I did end up washing him in the end, and here is the end result after a thorough groom. The horse is sparkling clean.
In this video, I'm going to be teaching you how to tack up your horse. So we'll be using a saddle, a numna, I've got an extra riser, and I'll also be teaching you how to put on a breastplate and a martingale. So this is a numna or a saddle pad, and this is a riser, and I'm just going to be teaching you where to put it on the horse's back. So the numna will go on first, and it goes onto its withers. For anyone who doesn't know, the withers is just this area here, and the numna should just sit up there nice and comfortable. And these straps here, the girth will come up through here, so they should just be in line with the horse's leg where the girth will go. If you do have a riser or you don't know how to put one on, it should just sit up here, and the saddle will rest upon that there at the top of it. First things first, it's very important to give your horse a thorough brush down before you start to tack up. Now that we've got him all brushed down, we're going to start to tack him up. So first we're going to start with the saddle. So this is the numna or the saddle pad. It goes on first, and for my horse it's called a riser. It helps to lift the saddle into a more comfortable position on the horse's back. So you want these to be positioned just up on the withers, so nice and high, so that we can put the saddle on in a comfortable position. So now we're ready for the saddle. So just make sure everything's up on the withers because I can slip back and put the saddle on. So this is the girth, so you want to go on this side. And this should go just behind the leg of the horse. So make sure everything's in the right position, just like that. The numna, there should be a strap, and the girth should slip to this first. This means that the numna has less chance of slipping underneath the saddle onto the back of the horse. Okay. If you don't have a martingale, you simply put it through this strap and attach it to, I use the first two girth straps. So we'll just pull it up there. First two. And I will be demonstrating how to put on a saddle and use the girth if you do have a martingale later on in the video. So, for parts of the bridle, your longest parts are the reins. These go over the horse's head. The silver piece here is the bit, and that'll go in their mouth. The noseband straps over their nose, brow band just below their ears, and the headpiece is behind their ears. Alright, first the reins go over their head first. Obviously these are the big long things, so put over their head, and I'm going to clip him back up so he doesn't walk away and I'm trying to put on the bit. So, you put your hand over their nose so they don't try and escape the bit, and if you're having difficulty, it's good to tickle the top of their mouth, as it'll make them easier to open up. And ears through here, and pull in their forelock. Now after they've accepted the bit, make sure to praise them and give them a pat and tell them they've been a good boy so that they feel more inclined to do it in the future. Now the noseband, as you can see, always goes under the cheek piece, so it's never over, it's always under like that. So I'm going to put it on, I'm going to attach the noseband onto the second hole, as you can see here, because there should be up to the first hole is there should be 2 fingers that can fit between the noseband and the horse's cheek, like this. Now the throat latch goes under here and attaches to this buckle here. So we're going to put it under. It should be nice and loose because obviously it's around their throat, so you don't want it to be pressure. So there should be 4 fingers between the strap and their actual throat. Well, thank you. That's how you put on the average bridle and saddle. Common attachment to the bridle is this. It's called a martingale and it is used to keep the horse's head down. You can attach this before or after you've got the bridle. So I'm going to show you the parts now. So this should be in the center of the horse's chests. These 2 rings, the reins will go through these. This is for the girth to go through, and this will rest on the withers, and these 2 are going to go through the little ring on the saddle, which you can see here. Right, so I'm going to unclip the horse and put this over his head like so, and just touch him up so he doesn't move. Now, so you're going to have to deattach the reins using this little strap here and put this through one of the rings and the other rein through the other ring and up the other side. So, and then you can reattach them using the little buckle, like so. Next, we're gonna I've already got the girth and strap, so we're gonna pull the martingale under here and slip the girth through, and back through the numbness strap, like so, and just strap it up to the saddle. Alright, now we get these straps. These slip through the rings, fold back over themselves, and just slip it through here. We're just going to put it on the last hole for my horse. And back through the pockets here. And if you're following me to the other side, we'll just do that. So, in here, fold over itself, slip through this buckle, hit it, boy, and back through here. And last but not least, through the straps. Now, that is how you put on a martingale. So reins through these, this bit on the chest, and these through the little rings you'll find under the skirt of the saddle. And of course, the girth through this little strap here. Thank you. This is a breastplate. This has to go on before the bridle, unlike the martingale. Some of the parts are very similar to a martingale. This bit, obviously, the girth goes through here, so it tucks under the horse like that. These bits go through the rings. As you can see, I've already put on the martingale, so just like that. This bit will rest on the withers, and the girth has to go through here before reattaching to the girth straps. This is a breastplate. So I use it for my horse because he has quite a broad back, and this stops the saddle from slipping backwards or forwards. And if you've been recommended a breastplate or you have one but you're not sure how to put it on, I'm going to be doing a quick demo of how to put on a breastplate. So this piece should rest in the center of his chest and this on top of his withers. So this piece goes over his head and this rests onto his withers, and as you can see, this is in the center of his chest. I'm just going to clip him up so he doesn't move while I'm explaining. Boy. Now, I have a martingale on my breastplate, as you can see. So for anyone who has the same, it's very simple. Girth slips through, and the strap here goes through here, And this is on the other side too, which I'll show you in a few minutes. So then through the numbness strap and back onto the girth straps. Now, so that just sits like that. Now, then we have these straps, and this should go up. There should be a little ring underneath the skirt of your saddle, which you can see here. And this, if you're wondering what it's for, it's used for martingales and breastplates like mine. And so this will slip through here and pull up like so. And you can just slip it through the little strap. Now we're going to go over and do the other side now. It's exactly the same, just very much. So I'm going to need to unclip this so I can slip it through the same band as you've already seen. So just pull it off. And just pop it through here as you've already seen. And they can reattach to the saddle. So that's just to run. And as I said, just back onto the saddle. Now the same goes for this one. So slip it through here, back up against there, and pull it through, get it onto the right number, and pull it back, push it back through the strap. So for anyone not knowing, that's how. So just a quick recap. The girth goes to here, this should always go in the centre of the chest, girth through the martingale, and exactly the same on the other side. Alright, thank you. We hope you enjoyed today's video.
If you did, please be sure to like and subscribe.
And comment if you have a new idea for a video or vlog.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.